So, what is a speculator?
It's someone who uses worldly events to intelligently evaluate what a product is worth.
What impact do oil speculators have on the price of oil?
Currently, it's about 30%.
30%. What makes up the other 70%?
The cost of exploring, drilling, shipping, refining, advertising, lobbying other governments, taxes.
Is it your objective to destabilize the U.S. economy or any other country's economy?
No, the U.S. economy is doing fine. The United States government deregulated the price of oil and created openings for speculators. This is capitalism. Do you have something against capitalism? I'm no different than anybody else on Wall Street.
The average American can't afford such high gas prices.
Sure they can. There's a lot of, there's still a lot of jobs. They still have a lot of jobs. Some people have to change the way they currently live. That's called adjusting to an ever-changing world.
Where do you think gas will finally peak?
We're speculating about $10.
Aren't you concerned about causing a worldwide recession?
No, the global market is wide open for everyone. Americans and other countries may have to change their ways they live. Start utilizing wind and water. The American sense of we are America and have plenty has to change. If you want the price to go down, stop using the product. But Americans refuse to get rid of the big cars and driving around cruising.
How much actual cash do you have invested in these transactions?
None. It's all paper trade. That's why it's called speculation. It's all about getting the most for your best guess of the future price. I make my money off of the difference. Say if it costs $50 a barrel, speculate, you will pay $120 a barrel. Then that's where I make my money.
So essentially you have no accountability whatsoever.
Hey, I'm an honest trader. No different than anyone else on Wall Street.
Doesn't this have a sale of junk bonds sound to it?
You want to make me sound like a bad guy? Blame your government. They seem to do nothing. How many of them are in office for taking donations from the oil companies? How many have been there for the last 30 years? Yes, I've contributed to many campaigns. Now, that's being American. The law allows me to operate, and it is not against the law.
There's some talk in Congress about closing the foreign markets loophole.
Yeah, but that's all talk. By the time they agree on some watered-down bill, I'll have retired. Democrats and Republicans, congressmen, senators, and presidents have been bought by special interests. You haven't seen that? They're just spokesmen for large corporations. They don't give a damn whether you are an American or not. These people don't care about one little country. Look at what we do in Africa every day.
What part does OPEC play in this?
They're just happy to take your money. The dollar's worth is down on the world market. Oil is built on the standard of the U.S. dollar. So when it's down, foreign currency has a greater worth. They, in turn, have a stronger buying power. If your dollar is low, they can come to America and buy. Well, that stimulates the economy. Yes, they may own large portions of this country before it stabilizes. Hell, the Middle East countries already own half or enough to put America in a depression if they withdrew all their investments.
Would offshore drilling and opening Anwar affect oil prices?
Not immediately. The oil companies could develop the millions of acres they already have rights to. Or maybe the government, the U.S. government, would have the guts to stop all the oil production on American soil from being exported. All the oil from the Alaskan pipeline goes to foreign countries.
So who would you like to see as president in this next election?
Either. They may talk tough, but none of them have a plan. They know who puts them in office and what job they'll have after they get voted out.
How has the war in Iraq affected the current price of oil?
Helped it. When there is conflict, we speculate. There's a higher chance of risk. Therefore, the price rises. Iraq doesn't owe the U.S. any money. They're not going to give you oil for a cheap price. We're saving them from a dictator.
So, where is the line to be drawn for all this greed?
Ask any billionaire.
This dramatization has been brought to you by Yankee capitalist pigs. God bless America.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,